This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, pet lovers. This is Michelle Fern, your host on Best Bets for Pets. Well, hey, everybody. We're recording this on National Cat Day. And in honor of National Cat Day, we have this fantastic cat product that I can't wait to share with you. You know, we don't always have a lot of cat products, but this time we do. And how appropriate. National Cat Day is our recording day. So, hey, stay tuned. We're going to be right back after this message. I can't wait to tell you all about it. We'll be right back.
Does your pet's breath leave a bit or a lot to be desired? You can give your pet the gift of sweeter breath and you'll get sweeter kisses with ProBiora Pet. Bad breath is the result of harmful bacteria which lives in your pet's mouth, and that harmful bacteria can lead to serious health problems. The solution is to crowd out that bad bacteria with positive bacteria. All it takes is 1 scoop a day of ProBiora Pet mixed into their food to replenish the good bacteria. That's it. This all-natural, no-taste, no-odor powder is the only dental care probiotic for pets which delivers beneficial bacteria which supports tooth and gum health and crowds out the bad. A healthy body starts with a healthy mouth, and ProBiora Pet is the best way to give your pet a healthy mouth. And our listeners get a 10% discount using PLR10 at checkout. To purchase, go to probiorahealth.com. That's probiorahealth.com and use code PLR10 at checkout for 10% off.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'd like to introduce Holly Carbo. She is the owner of Cozy Cat Cave products. Welcome, Holly.
Well, hi, Michelle. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you. I know that you have, 3 cats, right? Because I saw on the website, Chloe is one, Chloe, Kirby, and Harry. You still have all 3?
I'm sorry, Chloe and Kirby are our dogs.
Oh.
Harry is our cat.
Well, you have a whole group, you know?
We have a brood. Yes.
I think cats and dog households are the best because, you know, they all seem to always get along, and that's how my household is, except I'm more cats than dogs right now. But let's talk about your product. You have this product called the Cozy Cat Cave. And I guess before we get into talking about it and how you came to develop it, can you describe it? Because, you know, hey, we're audio and people listening are probably going, what's a cat cave? What is that?
So our cat caves they're an enclosed space that are made out of wet felted wool. And so if you can picture a sphere or an orb that's hollow, and then it's got an opening at the top. So your cat is going to enter the opening and then have this wonderful round space that's enclosed to them where they can lay, where they can rub and roll, where they can be peaceful or sometimes even play inside. The thing that really draws cats to these caves are the fact that they are felted from merino wool. And the merino wool itself is full of what's called lanolins. And lanolins are also known as wool wax, but cats are very attracted to that. It reminds them of the scents of their mothers. And so it's a very healthy property as well.
I have to ask you, they're known as wool what?
So lanolins are called wool wax, and it's actually secreted by the sebaceous glands of wool-bearing animals. And so what it does is it's antibacterial. And then it has an odor that cats are naturally, and dogs too, are naturally drawn to because it reminds them of being kittens, of when they were nursing.
That's incredible. I had no idea that cats were even drawn to wool, except it might explain a few reasons why they've torn up a couple of sweaters when they were kittens and I didn't know better.
Well, it can. And people often don't know that. People know the obvious, that cats are drawn to catnip and that it can excite them and stimulate them. Well, they're drawn to the lanolins in the wool in the same way, except that it usually has the opposite effect and that it's very relaxing for them. Like a lavender bath might be for a human, a wool cat cave would be for a cat.
That's incredibly informative for, I think, many of the cat lovers out there, because I don't think most people know that. Obviously, that's why you chose the wool to create the Cozy Cat Cave. Did you know all this when you were researching the best way to make the Cozy Cat Cave?
No, I had no idea about any of this. And my first cat cave actually came to me in the form of a gift. I used to have a small brick and mortar pet boutique for, small pet accessories in Colorado. And I had a friend who was traveling in Asia, and she brought this back to me. She had found it in Nepal. And so, of course, the first thing we did was set it down for Harry. And he was a much livelier cat at the time. And as soon as we put it on the floor, actually, he wanted to know what was in the bag before it came out. I don't know if he was already attracted to that smell, but as soon as we put it down, he was inside. He was in it. He was on it. He was rolling in it. You could tell that it was just something that was creating a very blissful experience for him. And so he didn't care where we had it in the house. There would be certain times of the day where he would be in it, almost as if we had just added something new to his routine, because he had sunspots in the house that he loves, and then had the cat cave in the house that he loved. Wherever we would move it, we would put it there for him. And then as he got older, our dogs, the Corgi and the Golden Retriever, they always chased. The Corgi is a herding dog. He herded Harry all over the place. So as he got older, it became a sanctuary for him. It was actually a space that he could go in and get away from the dogs when he didn't feel like playing. And they understood that it was his space.
The Cozy Cat Cave, it's not only just a unique, piece of cat furniture. It's actually a space where your cat could go in and be soothed and calmed.
Absolutely. And so that's one thing we encourage people when they first get their cave, to put it in a place that your cat already enjoys. And then that way he will immediately equate that joyful scent of the lanolins, that pleasant scent of the lanolins, to the space that he already enjoys.
I'm going to ask you a little bit more about that later, because people, they're always interested in how do I transition, but we're going to talk about this later, transitioning your cat or getting your cat used to something. Most are curious, but some are not. So I also like the fact that it is super lightweight, and it comes in some whimsical designs and also some very, neutral colors, and it's super lightweight. Is it washable too?
It is washable. Now, you could put it into a washing machine on a delicate cycle. I suggest washing it with a brush and by hand with a light soapy solution, just because you don't want to affect the integrity of the colors. And I think overwashing it can affect the colors that are in the felt itself. And then you want to dry it in the sun. But if it loses its shape too, if your cat likes to lay on it instead of in it, and you want to get it back to its full upright and kind of orbed position, you can wet it and put inside some newsprint or balloons or anything like that, and it'll retain that round shape again or come back to it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to talk a little bit more with Holly about the Cozy Cat Cave. We'll be right back. Hey guys, Michelle Fern here. I want to tell you about Carlson Pet Products. They're a family-owned, budget-conscious company specializing in creating pet safety products to keep your pet happily protected from puppy through senior years. They have some great products: pet pans, folded elevated beds, crates, and pet gates. Their pet gates fit any size opening in your home. Most gates have a walk-through door for humans and a small door for your pet to go through. I've had a Carlson pet gate in my home for years and absolutely love it. And best of all, you're going to get 25% off and free shipping. Just visit carlsonpetproducts.com. And again, you'll get 25% off your order plus free shipping with the promo code PETLIFE.
How many of you have pets? My hand's raised. Now think about how lucky you are to have such a sweet little pet in your life, and that pet is lucky to have you too. But unfortunately, there are countless pets out there that don't have a home to call their own. However, Bob's from Skechers is trying to change that. So we developed Bob's for dogs and cats to help pets in need. With every purchase of adorable Bob's footwear or fun, stylish apparel, or even the cutest Bob's pet accessories, Skechers makes a donation to Petco Love to help save shelter pets. And with your help, we've already saved the lives of over 1 million pets and raised over $7 million. So while you're getting style and comfort with features like Skechers' famous memory foam cushioning, you're also helping to save an adorable pet in need and helping another lucky owner be connected with a future best friend and companion. Because happiness is having a loving pet by your side. Find Bob's at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, select Petco locations, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking to Holly Carbo. She's the owner of Cozy Cat Cave. Holly, how did you decide? You have so many varieties of the cat cave. And I also want to know some people have big cats. Small cats don't have a problem. They can fit in everything. But for me, I have big cats. And you have, a variety of sizes, the designs. How did you decide on the designs, the colors, and what are the sizes you go up to?
So right now we just have one standard size, and we have just received in from our production team a size that's an extra large. And I'm actually going to be developing with them a size that's even bigger than that. We have a customer that's got a Maine Coon cat in Hawaii that's the biggest cat I've ever seen in life. And he's huge. He's the length of a full sliding porch door.
They are so big.
He's a monster.
Dennis is part Maine Coon, and oh my gosh, he's easily like 20 pounds, and a lot of it's fur, but he's big. But full Maine Coons are huge. Have you seen some of the pictures where they're just like 2 arms out and they fill the owner's arms? And, talking a full grown person, they're so big.
Yes. And that's exactly what Makana is. So I'm determined that we're going to create a cave that fits him. And that way I will be able to assure our customers, yes, we have a cave for your extra, extra large cat that you've never been able to find a bed for. And so that's new that we're going to have coming out. So we will eventually have 3 sizes: our standard cave, our extra large cave, and then our monster cave for the Maine Coons. And also for small dogs. We have a lot of interest in customers wanting a cave for their dogs.
And what about if you get the extra, the monster size once it's out? Sometimes too, there's 2 cats that buddy up and want to be together all the time. Can 2 go in at once?
They absolutely can. In fact, we have quite a few customers whose cats already share them if they're on the smaller or more standard size.
Okay, let's talk about some of the designs and colors that you have, because you have such a variety. And I also like some of the whimsical, designs that you have. And I'm sure you have some. I saw some fall ones, and I bet there's some coming up for the holidays. The colors are great. How do you go about deciding on those? And do they change every season?
Well, I don't know that they'll change every season. What I think we will have will be our favorites. We have a new cave coming out for holiday that's a light blue with snowflakes felted into it. That's gorgeous. We also have a white cave that's going to have a brown tree trunk with red and green and gold holiday balls all around it. That's absolutely beautiful. And then we're always working with new colors for our two-tone caves. Our gray base caves are very popular with a complementary color around the top. And then we do some striped caves. We have a couple of caves, one I call the Rasta Cave and one I call the Pendleton, because it kind of has the fraternity look with the navy and the coral and the yellow stripes. So we really just try to have fun with it. Next year, we're going to be coming out with collegiate colors for our caves. So if you have friends that are big sports fans or football fans, We can design caves in their team's colors. So we're always looking to do new things with our caves.
Another point is that people travel. And when you're traveling and cat sitting, people basically, they bring, toys, whatever. You can't bring everything, especially if they're staying with someone else. But the cat cave is very lightweight and very transportable, I think. So I think it's a great product to be able to take with you if you're traveling with your cat, if you're bringing your cat to a friend's or to a professional cat sitter's home. Have your clients done that as well?
Absolutely. We've actually had some of our customers who have taken a strap, like almost like a suspender strap, and used it as a carrier to go to the vet because they know that that's a space in which their cat is really relaxed and calm. And it's just easy to scoop them right up and take them to something that may not be so pleasant in their comfortable space.
That's a great idea. Now, speaking of that, let's talk about some ways to introduce the Cozy Cat Cave to your cat. Molly was very curious, so it was very easy to get her into it. I put it on the floor. I said, "Look, Molly, look what you have," and she just went inside because she has to check everything out. The other cats are not quite as inquisitive. So, what suggestions do you make for people that have cats that might be a little hesitant or nervous about new things, so that they can get used to their Cozy Cat Cave?
Well, so literally 9 times out of 10, your cat is immediately going to be drawn to the cave. There will be no extra enticement required at all. On the rare occasion that it is required, what we suggest is putting in a little bit of catnip into the back of the cave, which we supply with your purchase, or either some of their toys. So catnip, treats, or toys to entice them in, kind of pique their curiosity about what's in there. And typically those things work.
And your toys are adorable too. Let's talk about some of the items that you have on your site, because you have more than Cozy Cat Caves, although I love the cat caves and I love the designs. I can't wait to see what you come out for the holidays. But what other products do you have?
So the other products that we have right now on the site, we offer cat water fountains. And one of the reasons that we brought that on as a complement to our caves is because they really can help with encouraging your cat to drink more water. And hydration in felines is so important in that they're often prone to urinary tract infections. And so I've always thought, a cat that's drinking a lot of water is typically a healthy cat. And so we like the cat water fountains as a nice complement, but our felted toys are really what we love to pair with the cat caves. They're made from our same production team in Nepal. So they've got those same properties of the lanolins in the wool that cats love. And they're nice and lightweight. They're easy to pick up and toss around. And we've got them in our felted snakes, which are our most popular. We have them in ocean critters, which are little felted octopus. And then we've got some mice teaser toys that the cats absolutely love. And any of those you can easily toss into the cave. And a lot of times the cats will want to play fetch. You'll get them coming in and out of the cave, just tossing the mouse in. We've got some farmhouse type toys in the form of carrots and tomatoes and strawberries. And all of our toys are felted with this same wonderful merino wool that we use for the caves.
And they're great too. And if you have a cat that's just a little nervous or hesitant to go into their Cozy Cat Cave, put the toy in, because that's what I did. And Molly was sticking her head in, but I wanted her to go all the ways in and put the toy in. And she walked in, walked around and just sat there with her little head out.
Perfect.
Kind of like a photo op,
Oh, sure.
Okay, Holly, you've mentioned such great things about the Cozy Cat Cave and the merino wool and so forth. And I was reading on your website, you do, in procuring the materials for the Cozy Cat Cave, you're very on top of, fair trade, where the products produced, where the raw materials produced. Can you share with our audience a bit about that?
Absolutely. So when we were researching the best place in finding a team to work with us in Nepal, we looked at a couple of different companies. And the one that we ended up partnering with is primarily a family-run company. And what was really appealing about that for me was that they're paying most of their family members over twice of what the living wage is in Nepal. And so that was something that was really important to me, to know that the people that are working so hard on these cat caves are getting more than fairly compensated. And then also the wool that's used for our caves, all is imported from New Zealand. It is merino wool. And because it's coming from New Zealand, they have a very strict animal welfare act that's countrywide. They're one of the first countries to enact something like this for sheep in particular. And so based on the standards that they set, we can trust that sheep in New Zealand are not being abused in ways that would encourage them to produce more wool or be harmed in the interest of producing more wool. The farms that we get our wool from take that a step further, and they have what's called the ZQ accreditation. And so it really does focus on the farmers and their commitment to social and economic sustainability with their products, and then the welfare of their animals, in that all of the sheep are free range sheep. It's all pesticide free. They're open grazing on grass. All of these requirements for them to hold this accreditation, so that we can be trustful that the wool that we're getting are coming from these farms that are putting the well-being of their livestock first. And that's very important to us as a company.
And I'm sure it's very important to a lot of listeners, because we're all animal people, or want to be animal people. Otherwise, I don't know why you're listening. Otherwise, we either have cats or dogs, or want to, or thinking about it, or love them. And, to know that you're buying something that is, ethically produced all the way from raw materials to the production process is important. So, Holly, now I have to ask you the most important question. Probably everybody listening is going, so where can I buy it? So where can people buy their Cozy Cat Cave?
So right now, the best place to find us is online. And you can find us at catcavebeds.com. And Michelle, for all of your listeners, we would love to offer 10% off for any purchase from our online store. And so we can implement a coupon code BESTBET for any of your listeners that would like to come and shop for Cat Caves or any of our other products.
Well, thank you so much. I'm sure everyone loves that, because who doesn't love a discount? So it's 10% off with the coupon code BESTBET.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Well, I thank you, Holly, so much for that, offering our listeners that discount. And thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and sharing all this wonderful information about the Cozy Cat Cave.
Well, Michelle, it's been my pleasure. And thank you so much for having me on.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. And again, a happy National Cat Day, because, hey, we're recording on National Cat Day. I want to thank my guest, Holly Carbo, for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us about her wonderful Cozy Cat beds. I'd like to thank, my cat crew that tested this one out was Molly, Dennis, and Charlotte. Molly and Dennis, they fight over it. So they both love it. They have a blast. You got to check this out. And of course, thanks to everybody listening to Best Bets for Pets. I'm excited to have a cat product, because I don't always have cat products. So yay. And thanks for listening. And huge thank you to my producer, Mark Winter, who make me and my guests sound amazing. Now keep listening. You never know what we're going to have coming up.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.